Hi there, Scary Gary. I'm sorry it's been a few weeks since I've been back with you guys, but I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is we finally got to take our trip to Alaska. The bad news is we finally got to take our trip to Alaska. Alaska's our 50th state, or at least it's my 50th state. I've never been there before, and truth of the matter is 5 years ago talked Mary Lou into buying an RV specifically for this Alaska trip. So we took 6 weeks and planned it meticulously. Unfortunately, all plans didn't quite work out the way they were supposed to. It rained all but about 2 days, and we caught COVID when we were up there, so we had to isolate for 10 days. But I'm trying not to be a glass half empty guy, because sometimes it's good just to have a glass. And there was a lot of good that came out of it. I mean, I say it rained all but 2 days. There was days it rained 80% of the day, but still we had a few situations where it cleared up, got to see some mountains. We did get to do some trips, which is going to be a lot of data. We got to see a lot of new campgrounds, which I'm going to give you some campground reviews in the future. And even the bad things that happened. We learn a lot from the bad than we do the good. I mean, a lot of the repairs that I had to make on the trailer, or the road situation. I'm going to have a video come out on it. So, a wise man once told me, expectations are just a resentment that's about ready to happen. And because my expectations didn't work out, I'm trying to keep the resentments to minimum, and I'm trying to learn by it and enjoy the good parts we had and not dwell on all the negative. Before we get into the Alaska trip, I've got one more camp out to talk about, and it was actually kind of a precursor to our Alaska trip. And on our Alaska trip, my daughter, son-in-law, and the two twin girls, they flew up to Anchorage, and they spent 8 days with us up there. Unfortunately, part of it was the COVID part, and unfortunately some of them got COVID too. But again, let's stay with the negative. But to kind of see how the girls are going to do at a camp out, we went back to Dinosaur Valley State Park. We just still stayed in the Oakdale campground, which was in town, which had the plunge pool. This camp out happened in June, and it was extremely hot and extremely dry. But if you remember, we went there back in June of 2019, but unfortunately we didn't get to see any dinosaur tracks because the water was probably 5-6 feet deep in the riverbed where the tracks were at. Now this time it was extremely dry, and the tracks were very visible. We were able to go and see the tracks, and they call it the ballroom area, where they have different tracks, different ways, and wade in the water. The water was only 4 or 5 inches deep, and so you could see them very clearly. And we went up to the two of the other 4. I think there's about 4 spots originally where the dinosaur tracks were at, and we went up to 3 of them and saw the tracks in all the areas. And the one thing that was very fortunate about this dry spell that Texas has been having is in August, after we left, they found a lot more tracks in the area due to the water levels going down so far. And it was like the CNN put a broadcast out on it, basically says dinosaurs tracks been hid for 113 million years, and now we get to see more due to the drought. That's something special to even see the other ones that other people have been seeing over the years, but to see something that's 113 million years, I enjoyed it. I think the little girls enjoyed it, and my other grandkids enjoyed it too, because my oldest daughter and her kids came up there, and my middle daughter's daughter they came up there. So it was very much a family camp out. It went very, very well with the girl twins and my son-in-law, with the subject being hot, but still we got to see the dinosaur tracks. We got to swim with them. We cooked out, and camping with family is very, very special. And that's probably one of the only reasons why Mary Lou truly enjoys the campouts as much as she does, is the family that gets to go along. And that may be the only reason why I got her to go in Alaska, because the daughter and her family were coming up there for the 8-day period. But the good thing we can say about Alaska trip, I didn't kill her. And the best part is she didn't kill me. And we truly had a good time. So I would just say, even when your plans don't work out the way they work out the way they're supposed to be. Well, stay tuned for all the details about Alaska and all the campgrounds. And I sure hope to see you next time.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
Turn on your post notifications.
Put the comments down below.
Subscribe and you make us happy, right, Maggie? Oh.
Oh my gosh.